Okay, today we are going to go through from SketchUp to Google Earth, and particularly on how to line up the views, the path, and export videos. So that will be on particularly for how OpenZoom would do is the zoom in and zoom out, and how the Google Earth and SketchUp interface, and then how the option, the workflow it should be. So let's open a new SketchUp file because we will do it on a new stuff altogether, so everybody is on the same page. So in Google we have this Google plugin, so you can grab the location. I mean, we can actually make our model a location base, so that is already zoomed in to where our Sengkang site is. So we just grab this image, select region, import, and actually on SketchUp the location will come in as a map, and we do a very simple form for the model, just for showing that this location is sick, and then we execute this thing and this modeling, group them together. So we got a block at a piece of land where our location is, and with that we will set up a scene. Scene is later you will see when I export the model, is actually go inside Google Earth also. So sometime, let's say you want, you can also do in Google Earth, but it may be difficult when you are doing some angle stuff lah. So let's say, let's edit later, you'll find out why lah. So this top view can rename scene called top, and then we have this, let's say we have a frontage view right here at this junction, let's say, right, and then we have another view, say at here. So just for sake of that, okay. So with this SketchUp model, we'll export as 3D model, and in KMZ, which is Google Earth file, we save it on the desktop. Just call it test model Singapore. Okay, so export that. That will go to Google, and will become exported as Google model here. So of course you need to install Google Earth, which you can search online lah, I mean, and then just install Google Earth Pro. It's free. So once you install it, you open up this file and you'll get directly to where the model is. So hopefully that will be the location where you start at lah. So you can see from on the left, this column here, there is this test model Singapore, and then under here there's tour, which is actually the view that in SketchUp file you have saw just now. So a few scenes as exactly as a SketchUp file there. These scenes may not be very useful, let's say it's block by building, but actually I think it's quite hard to get that view in Google Earth, especially for the human perspective. Okay, so that is for view. On Google Earth itself, actually that's the main part I want to touch on. So in Google Earth, you want to have like from here you walk around and then you have the camera follow you. The way you do it, you have this path, add path. So let's say it's 10, path 1, let's add a path, this view, attitude, so like how high it is, but actually it doesn't matter for the end effect, you just draw the path. So do not close this window, because when you're in this window, you're able to draw the path. You can see my arrow, you can see my sort of crossfade right there. Let's say you accidentally press OK, and then you realize you cannot draw a path. If you do that, then you just right click and then you go to property again, and then this window, just drag it on the side, and then you can actually draw the path that you want. I mean, the closer you draw, the smoother it is lah. So I'm just doing it for the sake of showing. So that should be very on this. Okay, that's okay. And then you have this path right here. Okay, this path, this white color path right here. So with this path, we can actually play tour, and then we just play. You follow the path, right? It's following the path that you go through. Okay, so that's quite good. With this path, again, when you press on this play, right, this thing will appear, and you can actually go through this view again, right, from here on this angle and stuff like that. What happened in this step is that you will, let's say you want to adjust the angle or the camera angle or the distance from that camera to this line, the point that you draw. You go to tool option, and then under touring, you can see here you can control the time between the features, wait at feature, fly along lines, angle camera, angle range. Angle range is actually, I think basically I figured out is like how far away the point that you draw on your path and the camera that you are at. So how far away. So let's say it's very far, you apply that, you see, close that, and then you pay that again. You'll see that you actually will be very far from the thing. So that's how you adjust this thing. Every time you adjust this, do close that. I mean, you replay again, you close that. So camera range, let's say we realize it maybe about 500 meter tall. And then tilting angle is basically whether you look at a 90-degree angle. This is 90-degree or 45. 45 basically make, and the speed. So this is a lot of test and error lah. So touring, but basically all you need to do is you go through this, and then you just keep looking at whether the path is what you want lah. So you get it after a while. You just go through a few times and see whether you fly through what you want. So once you have this path, let's say you like this path, what you do, you may, this is flying through here, and then you may add another path. Say add another path, say this is path 2, and this may be fly from a further perspective. Let's see this. Oh, I did the same mistake. Go to property, drag it here, and then let's say this path actually goes from further away. I wanted the camera to go through this further path, right, and another scale altogether. Let's just go through this main road, right? And then when you play, you realize that actually it's very unlogical because I want to see it further, but you realize that because when you do the path, there's only one range that you can do. So here I want to explain the difference between path and tour. Okay, so path is basically a line that you draw on the ground. Tour is actually when you actually bring your customer around this path. So let me show you what I mean. So this path, you may play on it, you're playing this path, right? And on the setting that you have, press there is a save button here, and then it will say save tour. So you say path 1 tour, path 1 tour. Okay, so once you have pressed path 1 tour, what happened is that the path, the line will not change. Path is still a path. Tour, you can do a lot of other stuff, like because you see I can, after I adjust this angle just now, let's say on path 2 is still this one, right? So I can adjust my flying tour, because when I fly around path 2 is still this very near path. So I want to change that. Now I change this range angle to further away, let's say 1500, and then you close that and play that again. You realize that it's more logical, it's further away, and then it's flying through that main artillery. So what happened here is maybe I didn't adjust further away. Let me adjust this even further for it to look right, to maybe 3000. Okay, again. Okay, that's about right. So and then I can save another path. Say this is path to tour. So now I got two paths, right? Path, this path, right? And this path here, right? So I got two paths. The thing about the path is that you can actually or the tour, sorry, the tour. The thing about the tour is that you can actually do a lot of other stuff. Like for example, there's a recording button here. Let's say when I record this and put my voice, what happens is that I can play, for example, this tour, right? I can play it and then blah blah blah, and then after that blah 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 blah, and then at the same time I play this blah 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 blah, right? And I can actually save whatever I did just now. That means the two paths, and then come into the all together. I can save that as test sequence sequence 1. Okay, so that sequence 1 is actually what happened is that I can play, for example, this tour, right? I can play it and then blah blah blah, and then after that blah 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 blah, and then at the same time I play this blah 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 blah. So what you can understand is that first step you have your path, and then you have your tour, and then you can actually mix and match your tours, and you can record a tour that is mixed, and I mean your tours can be quite a lot of different stuff when you just press the, so that is quite a useful tool. There's a camera button here, record a tour, and then it drop down here. So whatever you do, you can record and you can make that a separate tour by its own. So you can tour anything. Let's say from this view, let's say I want to from here, from Singapore, right? And then go to the north first, and then from here I want to go to my top scene. So that will go bring me to my model and my site right there. And then after that I want to go to path 1, right? And then say I want to go to path 2, right? Okay, and then let's say I like that and I stop, right? From here, from Singapore. Yeah, so that's quite an interesting sort of, what happened is that I can get a quite interesting tour here. Tour also actually you can test and play with it. There's actually like, let's say, sun shadow that you can play with it. Sun shadow you can actually do, like for example, a timing or a loop of timing. So let's say you want the day, let's say from the starting path from A point to B point, you want to loop from day to night, you can actually do that. But I realized that the SketchUp Google Earth actually doesn't have cast shadow on ground. Couldn't figure that out, but actually it doesn't look really nice. So I suggest most of the time you actually can off your shadow right here if that is causing the problem. So the last thing that you need to know is actually the movie maker. The movie maker, if you are inside the sequence, let's say like this, you will be unable to access the movie sequence one. For example, this tour. Okay, let's get that off first. So you see there's a movie maker here. So movie maker, you can actually, let's say, export the tour and then at a higher, because if you use a recording screen thing, it cannot be larger than your screen, right? So here you got HD and you got UHD. So that's how you export it. I'm just exporting a very low quality so that it will be faster. Then picture quality, I'm sure you know about that, stuff like that. So create movie. I did create it on the desktop. While exporting, basically I just go through again what we have went through. So SketchUp exporting KMZ file, and then when exporting SketchUp, there is scenes that you can use here, which you reference to your model right here, right? And then the next thing, after you install Google Earth, the addition of path, the difference between path and tour, meaning you have draw your path that you like along here, and then you do a tour. Let's say you don't like the tour, then you start from path again, and then you can do your recording movie from here, and then after that you can export. After you did all the tour that you like, you can export your movie from movie maker. And that should be all. And I hope that this will help you.